signal in my focus. Wonder what's causing it.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday's GreedFall live stream. We are today gonna go on with the quest The Suffering of Constantin, and that we will do now. We need to... Okay, we still have a couple of side things to do, right? We need to repair the hunter's weapon to earn the trust. Maybe a weapon, maybe an arm. We need something with plus craftsmanship, maybe. And we need to find and destroy the nests and finding missing villagers, talk to... Oh god, we still have a lot to do here. So, why did we go that way? Okay, I see. I intended to go here because that is on the way. And then we still have a couple of things to do. That is quite neat. Alright, I thought I've overseen a killed enemy here, which obviously is not happening. That would have been weird. Here we go. Okay, I think we have already been here once. I will still take a quick look at that board, where I think we've already taken everything off. Alright, boys.
Good day. I'm the legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this isle. Might I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Our allies from the continent are always welcome among us. What do you want to know?
Could you tell me what your mission here is?
We must return these lost souls to the light and guide them so that they might receive the revelation. We have constructed the perfect village, Eden, where they might discover peace. In this protected paradise, they can receive divine teachings and join the illuminated, chosen people.
Have you heard about the Tenland attacks on the village?
I didn't know those creatures were given that name, but yes, we have heard talk about the attacks. We offered them our help and some comfort in their most difficult hour.
In exchange for some inspiring conversation, I suppose.
Of course. These horrible beasts have most certainly been sent by the demons of this isle. To chase only a few away would be of no use. If they truly desire peace, they must see the light.
You haven't been victim of these attacks?
On occasion, yes. But thanks to the Illuminated, we were able to chase them away with little effort.
You seem to assert that the attacks of these Tenlands is somehow linked to the demons on the isle. Whereas these are creatures that the natives have always known. They nest beside them.
These are familiar beasts, but hasn't anyone informed you that their patterns have changed? These creatures have been riled up by the demons of the island, who have come to realize we are near victory. Sending them against these poor people, they maintain them in a state of fear and obedience to their shaman healer. There is only one way to truly make these attacks cease, my child. Convert these people. Defeat these demons.
The Denegat of this village wishes for you to depart. You disturb the tranquility of their village.
And you expect us to obey him? Haven't you understood that he is a servant of the island's demons? To leave would be to abandon the simplistic souls of all those that follow him, ceding victory to the demons. No, my child. We will not leave this place until the light shines over every dwelling.
Okay, find a way to pressure the missionaries. Alright.
The Denegat of this village wishes for you to depart. You disturb the tranquility of their village.
And you expect us to obey him? Haven't you understood that he is a servant of the island's demons? To leave would be to abandon the simplistic souls of all those that follow him, ceding victory to the demons. No, my child. We will not leave this place until the light shines over every dwelling.
I must go. We're going to need to find some leverage if we want to force these missionaries to leave. Perhaps searching through their belongings will give us something we can use to put pressure on them.
Just asking her to leave would have, I guess, just been way too easy, right? Okay, quick save here. And because I'm not that certain if I'm actually supposed... Well, I'm supposed to search through their belongings. What I mean is that I'm actually... Whether I can just walk in there and, you know, take a quick look around.
One more thing.
Yes?
The Denegat of this village wishes for you to depart.
And to no.
Yeah. That would have been too easy.
Go.
Oh, hi, Michael. I didn't got any notification. What shall I say, Michael?
One more thing.
Yeah.
I must go.
It is not in my power that notifications come to you. You missed 7 minutes of the most glorious gameplay you have ever seen by any person worldwide on every platform. That's a shame. You just missed a conversation with the missionary lady here. And we asked her to leave, and she doesn't want to. That's the whole thing. So, in the end, you didn't miss anything. Except glorious gameplay. Listening to a conversation. I'm sorry. Journal of the Missionary Mother. Our mission is taking much longer than anticipated. These poor savages cling to their childish beliefs and refuse to see the light that could save their souls. And we must show the greatest patience to convince them one by one. Alas, this unexpected reluctance is weighing on the moral of my colleagues, and I surprised one of them as he was forcing himself on one of these children. Oh my god, he seemed full of remorse and he assured me that he would not do it again. But I am convinced that he's not the only one who sinned, and that it was not the first time such a thing happened. What fools! Now I must do everything in my power to ensure that their deeds remain secrets in our order. If our order or the Mother Cardinal ever learns of them, we will all be sent back to the continent or even sentenced.
How can these so-called religious men dare to abuse these young people? I thought that the word of the enlightened was very clear on this subject.
These missionaries are a disgrace to our order. Believe me, I'll make sure they cannot hurt anyone else.
Welcome back. Now.
One more thing.
Yes?
I found a document in your belongings. The content is quite enlightening. Your missionaries have forgotten the divine teachings. Are not all forms of abuse against your religious commitments?
A few missionaries did stray from the path. This is true. But our mission is too vital to let their zealous natures dissuade us. You should have never read that. Maybe a
Let's see who the lightning will favor. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Ask.
Stop! We lay down our weapons.
Now leave the region and do not return.
We shall not forget the manner in which you have treated us, but you shall not see us here again.
Okay, -1 reputation. I think that's sadly enough I need to accept. What do you remember of the Elden Ring lore? Not everything. No. I mean, I played it once, right? I don't remember any deep details and or secrets. Of course, I myself don't know everything. I'm not Vati. Was this the giant tortoise with the head? No. Why ever you come up with Zelda? No. Okay, Vati Vidya is a channel that is basically the master of FromSoft lore. Okay. And Vati is a recurring boss in the Legend of Zelda series, much like Ganondorf. He appears in both humanoid and monstrous forms. But, okay, no. I don't know, I don't know that channel. I'm trying to find a solution for Witcher 1 from your video, so I saw you streaming. Have fun. Thank you very much. Maybe we can help you with trying to find a solution. If at least I can try, if I can remember. No? Okay. But let's be rather safe than sorry here. Michael, is there gonna be a connection with the question how much I remember the lore to Vati's YouTube channel? Of course. Oh boy, I for a second thought Ah, he respawned, but no. That would be weird. Alright. And these were the buggers who actually, when we had that little dance with that dude, I think we're around here and attacking it, him or her, whatever gender these things have. Okay, good, but that was a nice distraction. We pick that up. And we should not be too far off. Alright, on we go. Yeah, and at one point I hopefully think of selling all the crap in inventory, not particularly with the armors, but the junk from looting animals and
I would find a nest in this area.
stuff. You know, I found some content about Elden Ring and it is quite funny, and I thought you might like it, but it requires a little bit of basic Elden Ring lore knowledge, not too much though. It's on YouTube and it's called Elden Ring Abridged, and it started as a few Elden Ring related sketches, but it's kind of turned into a whole series. Up. On Vati's channel, okay, I see. Alright. Godfrey Rose Godric. I think I found it. Dandelion didn't show up for Sing for the Bridge Ghost. I made meditation 3 or 4 times and he spawned finally. Good lord, that's good news. And have fun. And have fun with his little poem there. That's good. So, problem solved. And have fun with the game. By the way.
I should come back later.
Yeah, we will rest. Okay, Michael, I will take a look and see if I have the basic knowledge, very basic Elden Ring knowledge. Okay, we need to actually go back to the campfire and sleep. What is in with the Elden Ring abridged videos? What's your favorite one? Or are for you all of them on the same level of being good? I sent you a link to my favorite one. Okay, cool. Then I'll take a look. So I remember GreedFall generally disliked by gamers, right? I was waiting for this game before I released, but then nobody liked it, so it didn't buy. I honestly don't know if or how well it was received, if I'm completely honest. But at least for me personally, I do enjoy it. And thanks to gods, a second part is coming too. Too bad that it was not, if it was not received so well. I wouldn't say it. I would say that it's a bit overlooked, but it's actually a pretty good game. Okay, maybe overlooked is then the better term. And thank you for the like, by the way. Okay, that went quicker than I thought.
It is dawn, the ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest.
And yet here I was thinking that the greenish one was actually the dominant one. Okay.
Our third nest is destroyed. The Master Hunter will be relieved to hear it, I'm sure.
So let's quickly check. I assume I've already been here. Whatever. I thought it was a skill place. Anyways. So we can find the missing villagers there, and then I think with this quest only 2 things remain. One of these things would be the armor thingy. Yeah, then only the armor remains, which seems to be not optional. So we gotta need to find something to put plus craftsmanship on us. Okay, Godfrey Rose Redagon is your favorite one. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Say, Michael, I'm a little bit It wasn't even... Okay, if it's Armored Core 6 which came... Okay, then it makes sense. But I just... if you take a look at the channel... At the channel from Vati... It's actually... I played 15 of From Software's hardest games. I didn't even... aware that they have released so many titles.
A basket full of berries and a trap full of fish. All of it scattered and half eaten by beasts. Our 2 lost souls were here together. They must have been attacked, or they wouldn't have left these behind. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find their trail.
Yeah, let's search the area. Fish. For whatever reason, I for a second thought that this was a snake. Luckily not. All right. There are only 7 Soulspawn games, and then they have Armored Core and also Kingsfield. Okay, Kingsfield, I've... Forgive me. Kingsfield I have never heard of. Oh, it's from 94. And it looks kinda interesting. That, by the way, leads me... I've seen the other day a video about why... Or that was from some... I forgot his name. From someone who... for him analyzed or had arguments why Baldur's Gate 3 is so successful currently, right? Or why it's currently so praised. I was wondering for his okay, I can ask in a second when you're back. That would be a question to you then. Okay, and maybe in the meantime I am gonna find the clues which need to be found. Them clues. Find the missing villagers. They ain't directly here in this shallow area. So where could they be? There's blood on the ground, so some living...
That cabin seems home to some creatures. Let's be wary. It could very well be the lair of that great tenland the hunter spoke of.
Oh no. I do hope it's not as... I do hope we are not gonna find spiders or anything. Oh, wait a second. That might be... Okay, the quest-related cave I already have poked into. And then turned around in, well, some streams ago. Quite some streams ago. Good. I remember.
one is older than the others. Judging by his clothing, he was a missionary. The two others are more recent. A man and a woman. Missing at the moment. They were dragged to devour alive.
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
You were saying something about Baldur's Gate. Yep, I was wondering for myself. I don't know how successful, actually, by the way, with Soul games, Baldur's Gate yet is, but it is praised by critics, right? I was wondering if when I saw the video about Baldur's Gate, I was wondering, Elden Ring, right, is still, in my opinion, a little bit of a game, not for every gamer out there, right? I was wondering, what do you think why Elden Ring was so successful? I mean, I still would say that the difficulty, or the so to say difficulty, is for, I guess, for a couple of people there, not what they want to play, right? They want to play to have fun and not try to kill a boss over a couple of hours. So I was wondering why such games like Baldur's Gate, for example, Elden Ring, are so successful. For me it was, I was wondering there. Maybe you have a opinion. Let's just round on the dead body of a missionary. I don't like the word. Hilarious. Be especially prudent bringing the large white Tenlan inside the cave. It is terrible for Vicious and the other beasts obey its orders. Our whole plan depends on it, so try not to become another of its victims.
I cannot believe that these missionaries used such a ruse to achieve their goals. 2 youths died because of them.
Alas, some of my brothers and sisters are blinded by our mission to convert the natives. Believe me, this is as horrifying to me as it is to you.
Let's return to the village. Their families need to be informed.
Okay, good. White beast down. Cave quest related explored. So then let's actually, I wonder, I just take one little deeper poke into the cave. And then I turn around and inform the villagers of their loss. Okay, don't explore the cave yet. I remember that you said that before, because it's quest related, but I thought that it was related to this quest. Okay, then I do not go further. Okay, it's related to 2 quests. Good. I'm heading out. Good, good, good. Then we bring the sad message to families. But I would actually like to, meantime, figure out, repair the hunter's weapon to earn his trust. Let's actually find something with plus craftsmanship to repair his armor. That would be pretty damn much appreciated. Maybe a blacksmith has either something to sell, or we can upgrade a existing weapon to, get the +1. Now, the main reason is that FromSoft managed to use the Soul formula and applied it to the open world. Every other Soulspawn game isn't an open world game, and the second biggest reason for Elden Ring's success is that it managed to make the Soul formula somewhat welcoming towards new players with the spirit summons. Also, it has a pretty good voice acting and art direction. Okay, first of all, we do not need to talk. Voice acting and art direction plus music, obviously, is for me the biggest. For me personally, the biggest thing. Okay, do you really think that the... I'm just asking, I don't have a opinion. I haven't made my mind up on that. Do you really think that the... Before I bought Elden Ring back in the day, I just heard it's the... For every Souls-like, it is the easiest one, right? Do you really think that's the main... Or that's a good... I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, take your time. Take your time. And don't get me wrong, Michael. I don't want to take anything away from the success. I completely understand why it was. For me personally, I understand because I enjoyed it. I understand why it was successful. I was just wondering how it was so successful for the broad mass who I wouldn't have thought would go into a harder game. That's just... It's for me one of the best games I've played. Just wanted to make that clear. I was just interested and thought about why it was so successful. Which is good, on the other hand. Which is very good that the game was so successful. We need more games like that. So, and the open world and welcomingness is somewhat related. For example, if you were stuck in Dark Souls on the main boss, you had to beat him in order to progress. There was no other way. If you are stuck in Elden Ring on some boss, you can just go somewhere else, defeat an easier boss, get better gear, and defeat the boss when you are stronger. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Okay. That I didn't know. That's... Okay. And that's also that makes it easier than the other games. Okay, I understand. That's a good reason. Yeah. It's nice. So thank you for your thoughts, Michael. I just... You know, when I saw the Baldur's Gate video, I was just wondering... Thinking why Elden Ring was so successful. But these are reasons I would say are true.
Oh, it's a great pleasure to see you again at the Forge. What can I do for you?
Wait, am I? No, that...
Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you.
So, I'm a bit surprised you didn't know that, considering that you... Just what I advised you to do, remember? Market, I advised you to get a great armor that was... Yeah... That I know. Then I didn't say precise enough what I said. I didn't have the knowledge that you could not do it in the same way in Dark Souls, in the Dark Souls parts. That's what I meant. You know? Okay, that's cheap.
Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you.
Say, you played Elden Ring before Dark Souls, right? Since Dark Souls you played after... And you enjoyed Dark Souls, okay. I was just wondering, since if you're coming from Elden Ring and really enjoyed the game, chances are high that you're maybe gonna be a little bit disappointed by by Dark Souls, right? Well, let's see. Now, let's actually select the... But you were obviously not disappointed by Elden Ring. Sorry, by Dark Souls. Now, let us actually select the repair thingy. Allow me to rephrase that. Yep. I think the... Yep, them gloves I've already on, if you are calling them gloves. Repair. Inform. Yeah, repair. Now, it is very probably that a player that comes from Elden Ring will still, after playing Dark Souls, like Elden Ring more, but I don't believe that the player would be disappointed. Okay.
Here is your weapon. It has been made new.
Thank you. You have given it back its purpose. It belonged to my master before me, and you have understood its nature. It may be that you are more on Ormanawi than Renaigse, and that you will one day see as we. During my walks, I saw a great Tenlan of clear skin. The others seemed to follow him. I felt that he called them, that he fed them rage, and that his place is not here.
Why didn't you try to kill it?
He is very strong, and the others protect him. I was only able to track him to his lair, a cavern. I placed traps all around it, but all were avoided. He is clever.
You say he doesn't have his place here. What do you mean?
That he was brought here to attract the others and make them rage. By men, the Renaig say. But I cannot prove this. That is why I did not wish to voice these thoughts. I feel it. Nothing more.
The brother of the young fisherman told me that you do not get along.
We have had arguments from time to time, but they were of no importance. This boy is too quick to anger. He does not have the calm of a good hunter of fish.
And you didn't try to rid yourself of him?
Of course not. None of our kind would do such a thing.
I must be going.
These are amazing games, and for example, Dark Souls 3 has the best bosses in the entire series. Which I will find out at one point too. Sooner or later.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Yes. I'm truly very sorry.
Oh no. Nah. Ser Tonsidag, please do not tell me that she is dead.
I found her body in the lair of the Great Tendon, not far from the clearing.
But how could she have been surprised by the beasts? She knew the danger.
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time must have flown by, into the night. I'm so sorry. We found them both dead.
I must bring her body back to carry out the rite.
You should not go alone. I killed as many as I could, but it would be better to be prudent.
I shall follow your counsel on Olmenawi. 2 deaths are enough. Thank you. Thank you.
I must leave now.
Okay. First one informed. Second one gonna come up too. And before I first of all, I thought he had a weird mask on, made out of skin. I thought, but anyways, I had a weird thought there. I want to change the gloves. There we are. Nice, and we have a better overall look again. That's neat. Okay. Let's save, and the general #1 boss is John Darksouls, known for his famous catchphrase, like every soul has its dark. Which I would even agree on is kinda true, right? Everyone has something maybe only a little bit dark inside of him. There's a German, maybe that's, how was it again? Don't get the saying quite. There's something in Germany like everyone, or to have a oh boy, what's the word? There's a German saying to have a corpse in the basement. That you have some secret somewhere, something dark. I do think that well, maybe not newborns, but everyone has something he just might be a little darker. At least what he don't want to tell anybody.
Well, Olmenawi, have you found my brother?
I found him, but I'm truly sorry your brother is dead.
May the earth welcome him. I felt it. How did it come to pass? He knew every stone on our lands. It couldn't have been an accident.
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They would meet in a clearing, and they must have forgotten the hour. Night took them by surprise, and a Tendon crossed their path. I found both of them, in the cavern of the beast.
How terrible. Why did he go to see the girl in secrecy? They could have... I must recover his body, to give it up to the earth, as is our custom. Where is it?
With the body of the girl he loved, in a cavern near the clearing. But it is a dangerous place. Other Tendons might still be roaming there, though I did kill quite a few.
I have a duty owed to my little brother. Thank you, Olmenawi. I will not forget this.
I must be leaving. The nests are destroyed, and with the death of the White Tendon, the attacks should cease. And we were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Katasak should be willing to follow us now. Let's go and find him.
Let's go and find that dude. So, bring... Okay. Yeah, but we will beforehand go to Cecilius, the healer of St. Matthias. We should have the traveling thingy point around here somewhere. Now, in the status, everyone has their demons, and in check is that everyone has skeletons in their closet. Yep, that's a nice one too. Or another of his famous quotes: "Everything is darkest before the soul." Oh. That's a neat one. So, into our residence. Is John Darksoul, or John Darksoul, is the game named, is he in one part the main villain, the main boss? Is the game named after him or his family, or is it just a coincidence? That way around to the right. Sorry, I need to loot. The usual thing. And Rightish, the healer, should be just around. Wait. Come here. Thank you. Golden ammunition. And here we have Cecilius.
Excuse me, are you Cecilius, the famous healer?
I am a healer only through the grace of the illuminated. What can I do for you, my child?
That sounds like Petrus, right?
Of New Serene is in dreadful pain.
Same voice actor.
Well, that's terribly sad. Was he wounded
Or
in
might
combat? Was it during the Coin Guards' rebellion?
Alas, no. He is afflicted with the Malachor, and his days are numbered. We're looking for a cure, but...
Now that's a true miracle that you require. And I fear that they're extremely rare in these pagan lands.
Cecilius, my friend.
No, it's not the
If there's
same.
anyone on this island capable of helping the governor, it is you. Have you not been blessed by the illuminated? Is it not your obligation to aid our allies? Without them, who knows what would have happened to our holy city during the plot?
Petrus, you always knew how to weave words to get what you want. Very good. I'll go to New Serene and try to ease the governor's pain. But do not feed on vain hopes. There are trials that we must accept to undertake with humility.
Thousand thanks, Cecilius.
May the illuminated go with you, my child. There is no miracle that he cannot accomplish. I will pray that you find this cure that we need so desperately.
I have not lost hope.
How can you believe that this Cecilius will be able to do anything? Miracles are nothing but superstitions.
True.
Because your healers can cure the Malachor? Excellent news.
All I'm hoping for is that he will manage to give my cousin some time and some respite while we look for an antidote.
Both of them had understandable arguments, right? Okay, so one more, well, for now, one more thing to do, and that is bringing Katasek to Constantin. So, we need to go back to our residence, and then teleport over to the native camp, and then bring him or her to the party, so to say, even though it ain't a party, obviously not. Okay, that's enough. I'm joking. We're partially his name isn't John Dark Soul, and he doesn't say every soul has its dark and everything is darkest before the soul. That's a meme character made by fans before these three came out, and that's what they named the protagonist. But since I was only partially joking, because FromSoft basically created John Dark Soul, except not with that name and a different catchphrase. And since you're asking, he's the final boss of the Ringed City DLC for these three.
I can see from your face that you were victorious.
Indeed. I put the White Tenlin down, who was enraging his kind, and destroyed their nests. The attack should no longer trouble you. I also encouraged the missionaries to leave. They will not return.
I regret that violence was necessary to make them go, but I thank you all the same.
In the end, we found the missing young ones. But alas, it was too late. Devoured by wild beasts.
Undivorced Teer ends. You did well on Almanawi. Now they should be able to find the rest.
Will you agree to accompany me now? My cousin needs your help.
I have got what is needed. I am ready to journey with you.
This pain, it'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze. Consumed by a smoldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls? You pop in just when you're needed, cousin, as always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katisach, Constantin. He is the greatest healer on the island.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Urnaxe, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. Neither science surgeon nor mage doctor could do a damn thing to alleviate my pain. My last ounce of hope. Thank you, cousin. Don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Wait until you meet a member. Okay, that's the other quest. Help to talking to Glendon.
Greetings, Katisach.
Diplomat, what can I do for you?
Okay, see you when you have no more decks then. You will be missed.
How is my cousin doing?
He's filled with dread as death approaches. Forgive him his mood swings. He's such a young boy, and he had so much desire to live. Thanks to my treatment, he suffers less. But his disease is getting worse, and I don't know what to do. It would take a power far superior to mine to break the grasp of this evil.
Yeah, welcome
I'm
back.
looking to meet Enormil Frichterman. I went all the way to the village council.
But they did not let you speak to Glendan the Elder.
Precisely. They said that only the friends of a member of the council might enter.
And my word was not enough. It seems that I must be a Mal to...
Do not be sad, daughter of Bloodnid. One day you will be as great a chief as your mother. And you too will have a seal. This seal will allow you to give voice to the friends of your clan. Those who may speak in your name. Here, friend of Wenxavier. Take my seal and go and meet Glendan. But you must convince him and no doubt pass many trials. Many monsters and traps are hidden on the path you seek to follow.
Thank you, Katasach. Why are you helping me?
I do not wish to lose the one who placed his life in my hands. And you have already shown me your friendship.
I hope that Glendan will allow you to meet this god, cousin. Leave as soon as you can. Godspeed. Have no fear. I'll do whatever it takes.
Okay, good. Then...
Do you like it in New Serene?
That's actually not right.
Your village has smothered the earth. The smell of the woods and the singing of the birds is filled with anguish. I can barely feel my bond here. But don't worry. I will not leave before doing everything in my power to save your cousin.
Okay, good. I know what Godspeed means. I think it's a weird expression of wishing one a good journey or a goodbye. And I wonder how that actually, where that's actually coming from in the, I mean, obviously back in the day God was important and it came with that in the language, but what has this to do with the speed of God, right? I don't know. Anyways, there are in every language, I guess, some weird phrases which can be used. Okay, Captain Ruben is not where... Okay, yeah, we need to teleport, so we need to go back to our wonderful residence here. Well, Hermes, the god of messengers, was fast, I guess. It should be Hermes speed, right? Can now do the Ruben quest. He was a god though, but I guess that the saying Godspeed is not coming out of that time though, right? It I guess was coming from Christianity thingy's time. And I don't think that their Hermes would be accepted as a god, right? Okay, we can... I do not have a problem with... I don't, and you don't know either. We can... We can leave that quest, the main quest, behind. We talk to Ruben. Okay, the term Godspeed originates from Middle English and has been used since the late 14th century. It is a combination of the word God and the Middle English word speedy, which means to prosper or to succeed. So Godspeed is essentially a wish for God's blessing on your journey or endeavor. The term was traditionally used to wish someone well on a journey and a new venture. So it's not coming from Hermes. Okay, but honestly, Michael, who would have guessed with Godspeed, and speed is written like speed being fast or the slow fast. Who would have guessed that this is coming from Old English word, right? Which is actually written without double E. It is weird. And then Godspeed is written with double E. Why are languages are oftentimes not very logic, I think. There is oftentimes missing logic. Why? Makes no sense. Okay, then the Reuben quest, Captain Questy. Before we go on with the main quest, it's good. I oftentimes like to first of all do the side quests before I then head over to the main quests. That's the only logical way to do it, actually. So, it didn't make them, you don't know.
Captain Reuben?
Aye, the man himself. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
De Sardet, legate of the merchant congregation.
What brings you here?
The Admiral asked me to shed light on your little problem of indiscretion in your ranks.
I see. I would be happy to answer any questions you have.
We start with the ship.
The Admiral told me that you were the new captain of the ship we arrived on.
The Seahorse? Yes. It's an excellent ship and a good crew. But you did the crossing. You know it as well as me. Did you want to know anything else?
But I'm thinking, is there other illogical sayings in other languages? Because I can't remember any in the Czech language. On the spot, I cannot come up, at least not with sayings. But what I can come up instantly in German, at least with the pronunciation of words. You know, we in German there's the weird, for example, the O is there with the two dots over it, right? The Ö. But you can write it without special characters, instead with OE, which you pronounce the same way. But there are sometimes you don't pronounce it that way for certain names and in certain situations, and that's just simply illogical too. But with expressions I cannot come up with, actually, not on the spot. But languages is a weird thing, I guess, in general too.
The young apprentice sailor, Albert,
Not always
a committed
following
volunteer from
logic.
Toledo. She only joined us a short time ago. Did you want to know anything else?
Yeah, we have some similar situations, but when it comes to writing down something and pronunciation it differently, English is an absolute top in this, and I hate it. Yep, yep. You are totally right. English tops everything there, or at least everything I know. I do not know how it's in Chinese or Japanese or Russian, which are, I think, considered as quite hard languages.
What led you to these suspicions?
Well, the girl's behavior. She was very eager at first, very willing, almost too much. Then, suddenly, she became nervous. She isolated herself and did not speak to others. She's a recent recruit, which inevitably raised some doubts about her vocation. Sometimes I saw her hanging around my cabin. My papers were often disturbed. And since we've returned to port, She's almost never on board. Well, you can understand my concern. But you should probably talk to the other members of the crew. They may know something else.
I have the feeling what roused your suspicions most is the fact that she was a volunteer.
You must understand that volunteers are very rare, especially from Ptolemy. Their beliefs are quite contrary to our philosophy. Did you want to know anything else?
Do you know what information she may have sent?
I don't know exactly what you know about our navigation methods.
Let's say that magic does not have much to do with it.
I see. Well, of course she knows that too. She saw some of our machines on board, and by searching through my papers, she could get even more sensitive information. Did you want to know anything else?
So gonna
told me that you were the new captain of the ship.
Yep, that we already had.
You did the crossing. Did you want to know anything else?
Yeah, okay.
The told me that you were the new captain of the ship we were on.
The seahorse? Yeah, but you...
That was not on purpose. Okay, and now we, I guess, gonna question Ruben's crew, or Captain Ruben's crew, which we will do. But you know, in Czech, it is usually, in Czech, it usually is in some words or in some sentences, but in English it's almost everywhere. For example, the letter A pronounced as A, well, not in the word cinema, it's not cinema, yeah. But at least, Michael, English is quite easy if you compare it to Chinese, Japanese, Korean. It is at least easy to write, right? There are a lot of exceptions, but the written language at least is easy. Kinda. You don't need to learn a new alphabet. That's good. Yep. The main strength of English is that it's easy, yeah. Although some English accents are not so easy to understand. They're very accent.
Your Excellency, I am so pleased to see you again.
The pleasure is shared.
What can I do for you?
I would like you to tell me anything you can about a member of your crew. Alba.
She joined our party recently, but I like her already. She works hard and is full of courage. You know, she is one of those rare knots that joined of her own volition. She did everything she could to become one of our own, until we suddenly became distraught and frightened. It brought back memories.
Do you know where I could find her? I'd like to ask her some questions.
No, I've not seen her for a while. Maybe at the tavern? She was playing cards there from time to time. Anything else, Your Excellency?
I'm afraid I need to be going. Watch out for yourself.
But what I hate most about English is that they soften the letter R. I still cannot probably say the word murderer. I always sounds like barking or something. In the German we have a very hard R too, although I do not know if it's as hard or harder or compared to the Czech language, but there are a lot of, typically Germans have problems with the TH and the R sound. These are typically pronunciation issues Germans have.
Your Excellency, it's a pleasure. What can I do for you?
Can you tell me anything about Alba?
I don't know her very well. She only joined our crew recently. But she pulls her weight. You can't hold that against her. You might say she shows a little too much zeal even, at times. That being said, ever since we got here, I found her a little distraught. You could even say nervous.
Would you know where I could find her?
No. I wouldn't. She missed roll call. Well, I hope she didn't do something stupid. These committed volunteers, we never know if we can trust them. Anything else?
Oh yeah, DTH, my English teacher was furious when we mispronounced that. Teer Fradee, yeah. But it's, on the other hand, relieving to hear that similar pronunciations have similar or mean similar issues in other languages.
I need to be off. Perhaps we'll meet later.
Farewell, then.
He should not drink.
Hey, happy to see you again. How have things been going for you since your crossing?
Good, thank you. Even if I've got quite a list of errands to check off.
Then straight to it. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a Naut. A young woman going by the name of Alba.
I know her. She joined our crew at the same time as our new captain. Did you try the tavern? Don't give me that look there. I've kept from the bottle since that story with Jonas, you know that. No matter. When we're at dock, there's nothing much else to do. It might be that little Alba went there to take a look. Anything else?
No. In the
go.
tavern.
Farewell.
Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing, yeah.
None of this helps us. They all told us pretty much the same thing. She changed her behavior when she arrived here. Perhaps this is a sign, or perhaps not.
We were told that she was sometimes at the tavern. We should take a look there.
So we do have a clue. And Petrus seems to be very, very fascinated by the water. Understandable. It tends to have, on many people, a very, very relaxing and smoothing thingy on them. Magic. Okay, let's sprint to the tavern and have some fun there. Well, actually, we are not gonna have fun there, but we are gonna go there. Alright, one saying that I personally think doesn't make a lot of sense, and I also have problems remembering which one it is, and that's learn by heart. First, I'm never sure if it's hard or heart. I had to look it up. And the meaning is to learn something so that you remember. In that case, it should be
Come closer, good people. Liquor and wine.
learn by brain. Is it a Czech saying?
From the continent, Teer Fradee alcohol.
It's an English saying. I've never heard of that one. But I would be very different in Czech. Heart is... Yeah, that's what I... But maybe learn by heart might mean too that if you learn something about something you love, like for example learning something about Elden Ring lore, it is easier for you to remember stuff, so to say, to learn stuff. Alright, the tavern. I loot, obviously. But speaking of sayings and heart, we have some saying with heart, and that is say it from the heart, meaning say it as you see what you feel about it. Yep, you see, here in Germany, we have a very similar, not precise them words, but a very similar saying too. With heart too, sing from Herzen. Okay, always, if there's a battle which we can fight, we will fight. Loot, gold, and experience. That's basically the glory in such games, right? We also don't use these precise words, we don't speak English here. What I meant with precise words, translated. Precisely translated.
This time, you are going too far. I will not let you say one more word.
That's it. You can shout all you want, but I'm right, you old drunkard.
Not at all. I played that hand honestly. You're so drunk. You see double, that's all.
Are you kidding me? I saw that second king. Not only are you cheating, but you cheat badly.
You call me a cheater again, and I'll make you eat your words. That king must have arrived there by chance.
Oh man, drunk people are the worst. Okay, investigate the tavern.
Come on, gentlemen. Please calm down.
Who are you to give us orders?
That's true. You want to see how tough? Oh, you don't know who you're messing with.
My child, I doubt that your job as legate involves managing fights between drunkards.
You're right. It's a waste of time.
Or should we insist? I don't understand why Akko is socially acceptable. I don't know, obviously. The only explanation I can come up with, and it's not a argument for doing it, but it is that it has been done for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and people are just used to get drunk. That's the only explanation I can come up with. In any other logical sense, it should actually be forbidden. If alcohol would not have been invented hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and it would have been invented last year, it would have been basically instantly forbidden, I guess. Because it's a nerve toxin. And can lead to addiction. On the other hand too. And it makes you oftentimes do stupid things. Okay, now, I think we cannot do anything, since I said I will not do anything with them drunks. I will go down. And the funny thing is, Mariana is also thousands of years old, but society allows the drugs there now. Although they are currently, can only speak for Germany, there are politicians are talking about legalizing cannabis here in Germany. Yeah, we also have the topic here. The sad part, I mean, the sad part is if you even, this is really what I think, two things. First of all, if a government, and I think it doesn't matter which country, if one government would say alcohol is illegal, I think the people would go on the street and there would be riots. I really think that. If somebody takes away alcohol from the population, and that's actually sad, I really think people would go mad. That's the sad part. And on the other hand, we have seen it in the 1930s with the prohibition in the States. It simply would not work out. People would smuggle this shit and brew it themselves at home. It would just not work out. So, it's all screwed up. Mankind should never have invented that shit. That's my opinion. So, we definitely need to take a look at the upper place. Well, even if the prohibition wouldn't cause riots, it would change the fact that people would still have alcohol, but the same things for marijuana. People who want it, they get it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and on the other hand, it wouldn't change. Yep, it definitely would not change much, I think. And if you think about it, and I am not argumenting for legalization of marijuana, not in any way. But on the other hand, if you hear what is actually mixed into the marijuana you can buy illegally by drug dealers, it's actually insane what is mixed into it. So on that way, to prevent drug criminality, it's actually 1 point for the legalization. But it's luckily, do you know what, in these arguments I always think I never would like to be a politician who would need to argument pro shit like that, because no matter what you say, there are people who hate you for it. And I wouldn't like that. Now, innkeeper, you're saying nothing.
I'm looking for a young Naut. She goes by the name of Alba and sails on Captain Reuben's ship.
I wouldn't know who that is. Why don't you go and ask that fellow over there? He often shares a bottle with the sailors. He might remember your Naut. Anything else?
No, thank you. You helped out a lot.
Nothing, thanks. I'm not thirsty just yet.
But which? Oh, this fella.
Hey, look at that! The upper crust coming to slum it at the tavern. How may I help you?
We're looking for a young Naut. She's part of Captain Reuben's crew.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. A girl who loses her pay with style. But I don't know where she is. She looked sad last time I saw her. Didn't have her head in the game.
Have you ever heard her talk about secrets or documents she would like to exchange?
Are you asking me if she's a spy? No idea, she told me nothing. But if that's why you're looking for her, I may have seen things that might interest you. I'm often mistaken for a drunkard, so they pay no attention to me. But I see everything.
I think that guy has a weird definition of drunkard, right? Even if he remembers shit, he says, I'm mistaken for a drunkard, and he's bloody drunk. Anyways.
Tell me what you saw.
I'd like to tell you all that, but... my throat's a little dry, my friend. Do you want to know anything else?
Yep, I guess we are gonna need to buy him a bottle, right?
Tell me what you saw.
I'd like to do you want to know what...
That'll be all, soldier. Thank you.
Let's have a conversation about it. I'm gonna say I personally am for legalization of marijuana. First of all, it could be heavily taxed, more money for the country. The amount of THC could be moderated, and so the legal dose would be less dangerous than the ones from dealers. And I think that there really isn't much of a difference between alcohol and weed. The thing is, these are the reasons I am having for the legalization of weed too. That's for me, they can legalize weed. It's totally fine if they legalize it. I don't have anything against it. On the other hand, I don't have anything. I don't consume weed, right? Or I don't smoke weed. So, but I agree with you. It would prevent dealers from mixing shit in it, and it would definitely be better. On the other hand, the sad part about it, in Germany there are the weed which is used for medical appliance currently in Germany. We have 2 bunkers in Germany where it's, so to say, produced. If it's gonna be legalized this year or next year or whenever, it's gonna be bought from the Taliban in Afghanistan. That's the biggest seller of weed or marijuana in the world. This is the worst part about it, actually. I mean, it would do a lot against drug criminality in Germany or in the Czech Republic too. In entire Germany, there are only 2 bunkers. I can't tell you how big they are, where wheat is grown currently. If it's going to be legalized, it might be opened up to to other companies, maybe. But the biggest seller is then going to be Afghanistan, and you basically buy then wheat, or where it's going to. I think it's not from the. Isn't it coming from? Oh. Isn't it coming from the poppy plant too? Anyways, I think it would be coming out of the sources you get it from would not be cool. That's just what I wanted to say. Don't touch my poppy seeds. I make the best pastries. I love poppy pastries. But you can produce. That's a fun fact. I think not many people know it. That you, at least at a specific poppy plant, you can grow or you cannot grow opium out of it, but you can produce drugs. So in Germany, at least, if you can, as a private person, get the allowance for a certain amount of. I've seen a article about it, but you need to go to. It's gonna be it's heavily restricted. So I will do a very, very quick break, but I will be back in a second. Just give me a couple of. I'll be back in a sec. I'm sorry. Forgive me. See you in a second. All right. Yeah, I'm also not a consumer, and that's the reason why I'm absolutely hate the opinion of people who believe that once it's legalized, everyone would become an addict. By the logic, everyone is an alcoholic. Yeah, yep. But quite honestly, I think there is in general, I think the human being as for itself has a very becomes addicted very fast, and it doesn't necessarily mean the substance, whether it's alcohol, it can be sugar. Many people are, I don't mean that in a degrading way, are fat because they're addicting to eating. You can be sex addictive. You can be addicted to video games. For gaming, the human being can be very addicted. You can be addicted to nearly everything, right? So it's in the human nature, I guess. And on the other hand, I think the sad part is that the dark numbers, or the numbers which are not official, I think mankind has a very big alcohol problem, by the way. And I think many people are alcoholics without even knowing it. I think mankind has a big problem with alcohol. And on the other hand, drugs. And what I want to say, don't do drugs. As another conclusion.
What can I pour for you?
Okay, we buy
A bottle of your best drink.
There you go. But be careful. She's got a strong bite.
Oh, here you are again. More questions?
I agree with you. I would just like to say something. I need to first find the right words. Take your time, buddy. Okay, I have a drink for you, buddy.
Tell me what you saw. This should quench your thirst. So, what did you see?
Well, returning late at night, I spotted a guy I'd seen before at the tavern. He often spent time with the Norts, and he was in the street, fiddling with a stone, looking suspicious. So, I took a closer look when he left. I thought he'd stashed money or something, but no. There was a box under the stone, but there was no gold inside, just papers. They were messages, and from the look of the guy, they couldn't be love letters. Now, I don't know how to read, so I couldn't understand what it was about, but maybe those were your secrets?
Where is this hiding place?
Cross the bridge at the exit of the town. On the left, look for the stone. The box is underneath.
Thank you, soldier.
My pleasure, friend. Do you want to know anything else?
Nope. We know where to go, so thank you.
That'll be all, soldier.
Thank you very much for the information. So, we can exit here. And I will then save. Oh wait, put an end to the fight. I thought I did.
Your Excellency, it is an honor.
Okay, I come back here later. Let's first of all go to the spot, and maybe we can then talk to them. I think the most important thing is what you would consider an addiction. Like if someone just does something because they like it and it helps them in some way, for example playing games, and it helps with the stress, I think that's okay. And if that's an addiction, I think that some addictions are good and are helpful for people. If you would say that addiction is that a person cannot work without it and to do anything else beside, then yes, that's a problem. I mean, addiction is a very I think first of all, I ain't no addiction expert, right? I'm not a doctor, and I'm not working with addicted people, so it's just what I think and my personal opinion, so it's no advice whatsoever. I think you cannot, and it's a topic you cannot simply, it's sometimes I think heavily oversimplified, because it is very hard to define when a addiction starts and when it just starts. I mean, there's a difference between substance abuse and addiction, right? And if you say if you're playing games and it helps you with stress, or not you, but the person, yes. But on the other hand, there are alcoholics who say they drink to help them with, the stress of coping with life or the social stress they're having, or after if they have a fight, that very, very quickly leads you to a way that you get glued to the bottle once you have a negative experience and say it helps, and you drown your frustration, your anger, your whatever with that substance. And there it, I think, doesn't matter with whether it's gaming or whether it's alcohol or whether it's whatever addiction it is. And it, if you don't tend to, it leads to not so good things, not only for your health, which comes oftentimes very late, but socially, money-wise, and everything. That's the problem, I think. And I think many people don't realize when their addiction, if they have addiction, that it actually has started. That's the big thing. I agree, but I see a difference when they use any substance to cope with problems, and when they cannot be without the substance. And if that drastically influences their life. You're totally right, Michael. I agree with you. But I think many people don't realize that point, because there are, if you read up about addictions, it's all, that's why it's sometimes called your rituals. If you have your beer in the evening or your beers, that you are in such a vicious circle that you don't realize it. And there was actually, God, I should have said that first. And this is that's the weird part, not the weird part. That's the WHO says that let us. It's the easiest thing to stay with. They have a dosage for alcohol which is acceptable for your body. I think what they said, one for men. I think half a liter of beer for 5 days of a week. Then you are fine and you are not doing any damage to your body, because that's the amount of alcohol your liver can process or whatever. If you say I'm gonna stay to that guideline and drink from Monday to Friday 5 beers, you can still have an alcohol addiction. It's very, very individual. That's totally right, and it's very, very hard to realize. In general, there should be more knowledge dropped on addiction in schools, by the way, because I cannot remember that us in school was actually talked about drugs and addiction and abuse. That's actually sad. But anyways, yes, of course, it's important to mention that there is a physical addiction and mental addiction. Yes.
This stone must be the one the soldier told us about. Look, it hides a box.
It's a dead drop.
Well then, we'll have to catch whoever uses it red-handed.
Oh, I'm a little old for hiding in the bushes, but if that's what you want to do...
And don't get me wrong, everyone who wants to drink, ain't a dictator, right? I'm totally fine if people drink. I'm totally fine if people drink around me, smoke around me. Do what you want.
From here, we can see the box perfectly.
Shall we wait here?
Yeah, we wait until nightfall.
Them again. Oh, these idiots will ruin everything.
Yep. Oh, okay, we need to tell them to go away.
What are you
we
doing here, gentlemen?
Didn't stop the fight.
Or are those the same guys from before?
No, you're right. It's those guys who came to pick a fight at the town.
Could you go fight somewhere else?
Why would we do that? The road is for everyone.
It's true. We fight where we want.
Fun fact, I think it's kinda neat that they said these are the guys who tried to pick a fight with us.
Listen, a patrol is coming. You better run. They're not fond of rowdy drunkards.
We're not being rowdy. We're talking nicely.
I've never heard of patrols on this road at this time.
And yet it's one of my friends. A coin captain who told me about it.
Oh. Well, maybe it's best we listen.
Yeah. Right. Come on. Let's go.
Okay.
Fools. We should return to our vantage point quickly.
Fools. Fools.
It's unlikely we'll be bothered again.
Shall we wait here?
Yeah. And that's another thing. I don't mind when people around me drink, but I do mind when people around me smoke. First of all, it smells like ass. Second of all, there's also a thing called passive smoking. I believe you know that, but in case you don't know, it's basically that if you, I know that in your area smokes, it's also negatively, yep. At least what we can say, Michael, that what changed over the last 20 years, 15 years. Back in the day, you were allowed to smoke in public spaces like cinemas. You were allowed to smoke on your flight. You were allowed to smoke in your train, in restaurants, and everywhere. That's forbidden now, at least in Germany. So we made progress there, right? But I personally think, Michael, I totally agree, smoking stinks. I don't like people smoking around me too. On the other hand, I have to say, alcohol stinks too. You smell alcohol quite heavily around you too, if people drink. That can be not as heavily disgusting as smoke, but that can be disgusting too. At least for me. That's what I sometimes think. Can sometimes just think, ew. Back in the day, you were encouraged to smoke by a bloody doctor. I'm glad that things changed, yep. But that was the weird part. That was the tobacco or the tobacco lobby, right? I personally think that smoking smells way worse. Agreed. I totally agree. Yeah. Smoking stinks like hell. And it's actually even... It's weird, right? That you basically pay for getting your health screwed over with smoking. Anyways, and you, in Germany, the cigarette prices are quite high. Or I believe, you know, IKOs, the smell's probably even worse than the normal cigarette. Are these the electric cigarettes, right? The thingies? not electric cigarettes, not with liquid or whatever they fill in, but I think I know them, yeah. Yeah, the heated yep. Yep. Yeah. You see? Mankind does do strange things, right? Taking drugs, doing wars. Mankind is so strange.
Someone is coming.
Catching. Is with catching meant that I just can go down? Let's actually create a new save game. Screwing over nature. Mankind. Man. Okay, no, I need to wait. And then follow.
He's just a messenger, but we should follow him.
Will do. And speaking of tobacco, I think I'm maybe weird because I personally like the smell of tobacco. But when it's heated, lighted, it smells awful. But just tobacco smells pretty good. Yep, I agree. Not heated, not burnt tobacco smells good. But I guess basically that's just the burning process, right? Which makes it smell like shit. Although one thing I do wonder, I've never looked it up. I would like to know that. I do not know who invented smoking. I don't know if it were the natives in America they smoked, or if it was, maybe it was invented before by the Mayas or whatever. How the person found out that burning tobacco and inhaling it actually gives you, I don't know if high is the right word for it, but the intoxicates you, let's say like that. I'm asking myself how they found it out. The same with alcohol.
Well, gentlemen, what are you plotting?
Fool! They followed us!
But I was careful. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation, and you have been caught plotting treason. So I suggest you talk. What do these messages contain, and what are they about?
You're wasting your time. I won't say a word.
Do you realize that you are suspected of espionage and conspiracy? Don't you think you better explain yourself?
Wait! I don't want to end up in jail. It's not about the secrets of the congregation. Let me explain. Some time ago, it was rumored that the secrets of the Nauts were for sale. My country was interested. So I started exchanging messages as you've been doing. The Naut who was willing to give up these secrets demanded a fortune. He also wanted to become a citizen. But we were only at the negotiation stage. For the moment, I have received nothing concrete. Just promises.
Who is the Naut you're talking to?
I've no idea. The messages were signed White Rose. But I doubt it's a real name.
Very well. You seem to be telling the truth. And give me the message in your possession before leaving.
Very well. Here it is. Now, if you'll allow me, I will leave the town.
And I personally even think, well, not even, I think, by the way, cigars smell worse. And the worst smell is for me actually weed. Or the joints being smoked. Absolutely even hate that more. But I think that back in the day, people could actually get high from that. I mean, just alcohol is is the strongest now that ever was. In history, alcohol is weaker. We now have strong beers and wines, etc., and we are more resistant toward it. Wicked evolution. So I suppose the same goes with tobacco. Some people, so maybe the people back in the could actually get high. But that's, you know, that is what I, yes, but I just am wondering, how did they come up with, did they just go into the forest, sort of tried out every flower, dried it and split it? How did they find out? You know? You have two theories, alright. One is that they found out by... That they found out by accident. That's actually probably the best theory, I guess.
Ah, Your Excellency. So, what did you discover?
There is indeed a spy among the Nords, but the spy's identity remains to be proven. Take this. I have recovered this note, which seems to suggest that your secrets have been offered to several buyers. The Alliance citizen we met did not win the bid.
I knew it. My logbook has just been stolen, and of course Alba is missing. Do we really still need proof?
This book must be found at all costs before Albus sells it. Your Excellency, can we count on you once more?
I would like to help you, but this island is vast. How could I possibly hope to find it?
Alba is from Teleme. She probably took refuge in San Mateus.
This reduces the search area a little. What do you say, Your Excellency?
This is a trail that deserves to be followed. I will keep you updated, Admiral.
Alright. That means we keep investigating. Okay, will do. That means we need to fast travel. Alright, good. And the second comes from that people don't always really do reasonable stuff, even now. Yep, people do not very often do reasonable stuff. So maybe one dude who was kind of stupid tried it because they thought it would be a good idea, and they discovered it. Yep. Why didn't I travel talking about doing not reasonable shit stuff? Why did I not travel to the residence?
During the conflict between the Nauts and the Ordo Luminis, we spoke to a superior on the port. We could go find him.
Yes, I remember Fernando. Let's go and see him.
That's a good question. Why didn't you travel there? Because I'm stupid.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
Because it was the... I think I just pressed... because I didn't think.
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No. But I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Teleme was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic, but you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
I'll see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Speaking of weird discoveries in history, you found out they can milk cows, and more importantly, how. I do not know who, and with how, I guess they just, I want to say a pervert, maybe just one who was very interested in cows, started touching a cow there and then it came out. And I'm meaning this in a not naughty way. I think it's funny that no matter how hard people try, it never comes out as a normal answer. Yep. Because that's how we are raised, right? At least some people. I mean, the funny part is, Michael, that there are actually people who are, you know, doing certain stuff with animals in a way. Maybe that's one reason to.
How can I help you?
We're looking for a young Naut named Alba on behalf of the Admiral.
I've heard about her. Several crew members told me that one of our own was looking to leave the island. You should ask them if you want to learn more. They should be near the boarding area. But me? I've not seen her. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need.
Then, to the boarding area we go. Which is up there, so right and right. 2 times right. Does not make things right, actually. Now, here we are at the boarding area. Give me that, thank you. And let's take a quick look around. No, there's a person to talk to. Let's actually start with that. Re-looted everything. We go there and have a little chat with a lad or a gal. No. And yep, I think I haven't saved in a while. Never know when that is actually going to be important. But no, we had a save game from 3 minutes ago. Anyways. Alright, you...
Your Excellency, what fair wind brings you here?
We're looking for a young Naut who arrived from New Serene a short time ago. Her name is Alba.
Yes, I remember her well. The poor child wanted to flee her father, who wanted to take her back to the convent. She asked me when our ship was leaving, and if I thought we could take her on board. I told her she'd better talk to the captain, but we weren't leaving right away in any case. So she left.
You say she was fleeing her father?
Yes, that's what she said. He followed her here to take her back to Teleme. Poor child.
Did she tell you what his name was?
Yes. She told me that if a certain gentleman... Lorenz? That's it, Lorenz. If he was asking after her, I should send him packing.
Surely it was a fake excuse. We're looking for her for espionage and treason.
Really? Yet she seems sincere. Treason? I can't believe it.
Oh, Sleeper, I just found a terrible joke about cows. It's really bad. Wanna hear it? Read it. Again, I think if I would say no, I think it would end up down there in the chat anyway, so post it.
You say she was fleeing her father?
Yes.
Post
That's
it,
what
Michael.
she said. He followed her here to take her back to Teleme. Poor child.
Did she tell you what his name was?
Yes. She told me that if a certain gentleman...
Okay, that we had.
Lorenz? That's it, Lorenz.
Surely it was a fake
Really? Yet she seems sincere.
Yeah.
If her father is actually here, do you have any idea where we might find him?
Well, at one point I asked her why she was not waiting at the tavern for a ship to leave. She told me she could not go to the tavern. So maybe that's where you'll find him.
Yep, that one is kinda terrible. A cow in an earthquake is called a milkshake. That's... But it has a certain appeal to it.
I must leave you.
But I have to say I like bad jokes. Nobody's judging you for that, Michael. At least I'm not judging you. Not at all. I would never do that. I try to accept people how they are, right? Michael, not that I do want to change the topic, not at all, by the way. You have been... What has been your latest gaming... Did you get... Gaming project, that's what I wanted to say. What about... Did you get Dark Souls Convergence mod running?
Hello. Are you Master Lorenz?
Indeed, sir. What do you want from me?
My name is Stealthy. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation, and I have a few questions for you. We're looking for a young Naut called Alba. We were told that you're her father.
Alba. What a stupid name. Her real name is Clara, and yes, she is my daughter, although she chose to deny me.
Have you seen her recently?
Alas, no. Otherwise, I would have brought that little idiot back to Teleme. Why did she have to leave? What madness could make her leave the convent to go to sea?
And as I said, it's gonna be in the future. So, are you then telling me that you are currently not playing games? What? I'm interested in what you play, Michael. That's the only background there. I don't have anything else in mind there, by the way.
Your daughter is accused of espionage and treason by the Nauts. Do you think she could be guilty?
Espionage? I can't believe it. But treason? How can it be denied? She rejected her country, her faith, and her family by getting on that ship. But I will soon bring her back on the right path. I hired a sleuth from the Ordo Luminis.
I'm playing original Elden Ring. I plan on refighting Melania and either changing my opinion on her. Ah, okay, yes, I come to think about it. After the Convergence mod, you said something. No memories come up. But on the other hand, as we already have spoken today about Elden Ring, it's, I think, never a bad thing to play Elden Ring. It's an amazing game, in my opinion.
Tell me more about this sleuth.
Some Inquisitors are specialists in hunting criminals, or heretics, or young scatterbrains. That's certainly the case with this Johannes. He will bring her back to me, and she will return to the convent in Teleme.
Do you know where we could find him? Maybe he could help us.
His last message was about a missionary camp where he had followed her near Wench... something or other. I'm sorry, I can't remember those island names.
Thank you, sir.
If you find her, bring her back to me. She will no longer have the chance to betray anyone at the convent. I hope we're done.
Yep. But I can't wait for the final version of the Elden Ring Convergence mod. Cool.
A missionary camp near an island village whose name begins with Wench. He must be talking about Wen Xavier. Shall we go there?
Petros, yes, we do. So, and I hope that one day Bloodborne is gonna come out for PC. Recently, they announced that there's gonna be a port for the PS5, and that one day I'm gonna play it too. That's what I can say too. But if I play it, it's gonna be after DS3. So let's hope that there's gonna be a PC version for you at one point, Michael. Fingers crossed. At least mine.
Get down and listen. It seems to me that it's our sleuth.
But we...
Let me go. I've done nothing wrong.
Speak if you want me to release you. Where is she?
I don't know. I'm thirsty. Give me water.
You will have nothing until you tell me something.
Have mercy. I'm dying.
I don't care. If you die, I will just question another one like you. Talk! Where is the girl?
I recognize this sleuth from the Ordo Luminis. It's Johannes. He's obviously still looking for Alba.
He's questioning this man to find out where she is.
We must intervene quickly, or he'll kill him. Let me talk to him. I think I can convince him to let him go.
You're right. Let's go.
And I know it's all about the money, etc., but I really hate that consoles are fighting over exclusivity. Yep. Yep. The big ass. Yep. The thing with Microsoft buying. Is it Blizzard? Yeah. Activision Blizzard. Yeah. I get your point. But on the other hand, that's why I'm having a PlayStation and a Xbox. But I understand your point. It shouldn't be that way.
Who goes there? Who are you? And what are you doing here? Are you spying on me?
My name is Sardet. I'm the legate of the congregation, and I was sent to find a young Naut, Alba.
That dirty little eel slipped through my fingers. But this savage will soon tell me where to find her.
But what I even hate more is that people are into that stuff. People generally get angry when their favorite console exclusive game doesn't win Game of the Year edition. Some people are really, really angry with Elden Ring won Game of the Year and not God of War Ragnarok. Yep, I don't get that point too, but I'm not into that bubble. Or in the fan bubble of either of them games. Although, I loved Elden Ring. I played through God of War Ragnarok 2, which are both amazing games. But I wouldn't be mad. I'm not mad that Elden Ring won, and I wouldn't have been mad if God of War would have won. Anyways, yep. But that's it. That's maybe one thing I don't like about the internet, and especially on Twitter, X, is the bubbles which form around certain things, right? Whether it are consoles, games, football, soccer, whatever. It's insane. Actors. Imagine influencers, that's very weird. Imagine that people are really that stupid. People are stupid. And that's the reason why I think if there would be coming a AI which would become self-aware, it would kill mankind not because it's afraid of mankind, it would kill mankind because it thinks mankind is stupid. That's what I think. I said a few times already, I haven't played Ragnarok, but Elden Ring deserved 100%. It did. I agree with you. But I think God of War Ragnarok would have deserved it 100% too. So I understand both sides.
I see you folks at the Ordo Luminis are as subtle as ever. Why politely ask when we can resort to torture, hmm?
Only missionaries believe that these savages would help us without encouragement. But why are you concerned by my methods if you're looking for this young woman too?
I do not like the idea of leaving a trail of blood behind, Johannes. The case that sends us here far exceeds your petty mission. So you'd better leave.
I made a commitment to find this young woman and bring her back to her father. I will not give up so easily. I have been promised a substantial amount of money. And I care about my reputation.
Ha! Your reputation? Your order has already lost the support of the Cardinal Mother for interfering with the Nords. And here you are again, involved in their business. You're putting nails in your own coffin, Johannes.
Huh. I didn't see it from that angle. Well, I'm going back to San Mateus. I leave you this savage. Have fun, and happy hunting.
Oh, Petrus. Thank you.
May the grass be forever soft under your feet, Renaigse. I thought I was dead. He would have killed me, even if I had spoken.
You're probably right. Do you think you can answer us? We also have questions to ask you.
You saved me. I owe you answers. But first, I have to go back to my village. I need to heal. Meet me in Wenchavaye later on.
A lot of traveling we do today. But on the other hand, we did make some nice progress today. That is really cool. As well with side missions and main missions. Although we have seen a poor Constantin in a very poor condition.
You are the ones who saved me from Saul Lasser. I am so grateful to you. I owe you so much. But you wanted to ask me questions?
We start with the business.
Do you offer services as a guide?
Sometimes I take Renaigse to a good fishing place. They give me beautiful objects in exchange. But right now we have to be careful. There have been accidents with the Tenlans. Did you want anything else?
Okay, Michael. Your last words on Elden Ring today. May chaos take the world.
We're looking for a Naut girl. The same one that the Inquisitor is looking for.
But I promised Alba to say nothing. I would really like to help you, but...
And you risked your own life keeping your promise. Alba is in a very difficult situation. If we do not find her first, others will track her down. And they will kill her without letting her defend herself.
So she was right to be afraid, that poor girl. She came here saying she was being chased. I led her into the forest nearby to a cave where she could hide. If you have one of your notes, I'll show you where she is.
Thank you.
Did you want anything else?
Actually, no. Thank you.
Let's go. Goodbye.
Okay, go to the cave. The guide. That's something between guy and guide is a tinsy little bit. Okay. Talking about the quest cave, right? Since you said Michael second or two quest related, then this is now the second quest for that cave. And now let's still have a little bit of remaining. Let's enter the cave. At least we can go a little bit in and maybe even finalize and finish that quest. Oh yes, please let us fight. Yes, yes, yes. Just sometimes a little bit of action is good for the vibe, I think. And I just wanted to wrench that poor bugger there. They definitely took him down. Okay, we are still on track.
Maybe enlightened prosperity in this battle.
Oh, come on, I want to loot and not jump back. Gotcha. Got all of that and that. Iron ore, very, very important for maybe, just maybe some upgrades.
This is the cave that the tortured survivor told us about.
I can't say that I have a good memory of this place.
I'll send you a meme video about Elden Ring Chaos. Okay, I think the start is particularly funny. Alright, send it over. should actually... Ew! They're already partly bony. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. That ain't nice. Yeah. Now I watched the meme. I should have read maybe the title first, then it actually gets more sense to it. Why does actually there's a spelling mistake, right? Why does Lady run is only like jerks? Then it's actually a little bit funnier. Until then I didn't quite get it. Okay, why the long face? Now I understand what you... Okay. The funny thing is the long face, he says it out of nowhere. Yeah. The spelling mistake in the title of the video actually killed the meme for me, Michael. Maybe we just need to accept, Michael, that we have different types of humor. You're complete. And yes, if you maybe know Vulcans from Star Trek, a species who suppresses all their emotions and who don't joke, who don't laugh, who only apply logic and who live in a logic way, yep, that would be a world I would be willing to live in. That would be wonderful. No laughing, no crying, no feelings, not everything. That would be an amazing world.
No, you will not get me. I will not go back to the convent.
What? All of that?
Stop! You have won! Finish me. I still prefer to die than to return to my father.
I'm starting to have doubts about our mission, my child. This girl is sincere.
I'm not gonna execute her. I'm actually gonna spare her, because executing would be bad, right? I should have saved maybe.
We do not intend to kill you, let alone take you back to your father.
So then why are you here?
We know you betrayed the Nauts who took you in. You stole documents from your captain to sell them to the highest bidder. And we're here to pick them up.
What? I never did such a thing. The Nauts are the family I chose. I would never betray them.
There's no point in denying it. We found the dead drop that you used. We confirmed that you were negotiating to sell secrets. And Captain Reuben, who already suspected you, reported the theft of his book just as you were leaving town.
But all of this is false. I don't even know what a dead drop is. And if I fled, it was to escape you.
Escape us? If you were not the spy, that makes no sense. You better tell us what happened.
Some time ago, Captain Reuben told me that he had been informed that my father had gone to Teer Fradee. It worried me. I knew my father would do anything to bring me back. Then, in New Serene, my colleagues told me that the legate was looking for me. I was scared. I told the captain, who told me that I would find a ship in San Mateus to leave the island. But there were none. I saw my father at the tavern with one of his inquisitors, and I realized that my only chance was to flee deeper inland. A native helped me find this cave, and there you have it.
I can't believe it.
And yet, the captain used us and this young woman with manipulative skills worthy of a cardinal.
Probably to hide the fact that he himself is the spy. We've been duped. We must return to New Serene as soon as possible and warn the Admiral before it's too late.
And what will become of me?
You will come with us. We will protect you. We'll need your testimony.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, I thought there might be in for a conversation. So if you would... if you'd go to Reuben before, she would be a deady body. Alright, good. I thought shortly about executing her for insulting me by trying to attack me. But good. That I didn't do that. You now have a friendly status with the Nauts, and that means that you now have the Grand Saber of the Far East, is the best weapon you can have. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to ask. Okay. I just want to ask if we have a camp around here. I just want to ask if I need to collect it by anybody in a high position. And it also looks so damn good. Alright, let's take a quick look then. The chest is just around. Oh, come on. Go up there. Thank you. Who kills all the animals? There's a dead fox. There was a dead deer before. I did not kill the fox, and I did not kill that poor one here. I had nothing to do with that. Unless I kill them with stupidity. Which I don't think I don't do. Okay. Ah, okay, I see. Oh boy. Okay. Only little sad thing is that we cannot upgrade it, right? Okay, but I think it doesn't need an upgrade. Okay, cool. It's beautiful, I agree. Although I think it would have deserved a different icon in the weapon selection thingy. Otherwise, it looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, it should have its own. Totally agree with you. And I will be very, very happy when we use it for the first time. Good, so we have a new weapon. That's neat. That's very, very neat. So we will exit the travel pause, go to New Serene, and then have the finalization of this quest. Okay, we can actually have it now. The lady's just around. Let us save before and then finalize it today, instead of finalizing it on Thursday. So, quick chat here.
To Sardet, what can I do for you?
Our investigation is well underway, but the culprit is not who we thought.
What do you mean?
We found Alba, but she was innocent. In fact, her captain used us and her father to scare her. It's because of us that she fled. She never stole documents or tried to sell your secrets.
So, are you saying that the culprit is Reuben?
If this were not the case, why make up this story against Alba and use us like that?
I can't believe it. And to think that I believed his lies. However, he is a captain. I cannot condemn him without solid proof. And we have to find out who he was selling his journal to. Ask his crew, but stay discreet. It should not arouse suspicions. Anything else?
No.
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Yep. Something similar I thought too. But there's only one thing I don't really like about GreedFall, and that is that your weapons are invisible when you aren't in combat mode. I just noticed that actively when we switched to the wonderful new weapon, and I thought the same. What is on the other hand weird, that not all the other NPCs, but the NPCs, their weapons are actually displayed. That's weird, right? But the MCs not, and the companions not. Yeah, I think they're quite heavy, Michael. But yeah, I'm with you, buddy. Ah, okay, the companions do. Petrus uses ring. Okay, good. We will go on here on Thursday, and then we will put that weapon into action. We, in my opinion, had it feels like we really did a lot today. We did a lot of things in GreedFall. That's good. If it's good, we have a new master weapon which we will use on Thursday. We had a good conversation, Michael. Thank you for that. That was really cool. And hopefully we are going to see us on Thursday. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the 3 likes. Really means the world to me. And good night. And may the Almighty Sleeper protect you. And yes, may chaos take the world. Good night and goodbye.